Alright, that should be all synced up. Audio, game audio, so that way it's not too loud or anything. Welcome back to another episode of Line 99. I'm your host, TheLetsPlayPrincess. In the last episode, a lot of stuff happened. We finished up the timeline, and because of that, we're actually in the end game. We did it. We are at the point. I don't know how much worse that could get. It could go very poorly, it could go very well. What I do know is that at some point in the future for myself, I'm going to have to go back and relock these keys and then rewatch this scene so that way it is an ending, because I'm actually missing this ending in my save file, which is really funny. It's not, but it could be. Anyway. That being said, no, I don't want to return to the top screen. So in this episode, like I said, a lot of stuff happened last time. A lot of crazy shit happened. This seems very much like Myst. Oh, God. Okay. Fine. Whatever. Heroes made a medal. Oh, shit. There's a note on the table. That would be the first thing I was looking for, yes. Lights to the books. Ew, gross. Who's jerking off onto the fucking porn magazines? What does that mean? It means I don't want to take a black light to any of these. Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? Each page only sees, what, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader is on to the next? For me, some books are hours, and that's because I've reread them and stuff. Spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. That's not true. Everybody, give your books some love. Reread some books that you have. Rather like myself. Oh, shut up. That's horrible. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. Not at all. I live in the darkness, yes. Oh, I thought this was a coffin reference. No, Oh. Right. But that has gifted me with the ability to catch the truths others might often miss. Fit the often in there. I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you might say. What? I'm not gonna fuck with that. What's this? An overview of conformal field theory. Oh, well, it's a theory that posits an invariant quantum field where conformal transformation can take place. What the fuck does that mean? Knock it off with the science voodoo stuff. You trying to put me to sleep? Oh, 7. I can already tell. I can already tell what this is. I'm going to rearrange these, and it's going to say open, here, find, and I don't know what the bottom one is, but my guess is it might be missing some letters. They're all just gibberish. Hey, what if we switch them around? Switch them around? Yeah. If we move them around, maybe they'll spell something. Oh, I get it. Yeah, it's worth a shot. Yeah, I just said that. Let's move these two and these two. And then these two and these two. Open here, find bulb. How about this? Hey, it looks like in the books in the right order. Open this thing right up. See, I just finished the DLC for Escape Academy a couple of minutes ago, and man, these puzzles are a lot easier than that. That was a piece of cake. Hooray! Happy Clover's happy. You did it, Junpei. I guess that turned out well enough. So the letters from the title spell out, open here, find bulb. Yes, that's why we opened the Don't give the answer after we already solved it! It's not that hard to understand, guys. Come on. Any others? Any other things that we could mess around with? Let's see. I don't care. Shut up! Okay. Was there anything over there? Yeah, that looks like something right there. An overview of photochemistry? I think whoever set this up wanted us to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it, okay? Looks like there's a whole space behind those books. Look, Junpei. I think there's something hidden behind the books. Is it a bulb? It's a brand new light bulb. Any others? Automated robotic assembly line techniques. Huh. What's that? Some sort of comic book? Oh, geez, I guess boys really like that stuff, huh? No, you're thinking of a different sort of robot. This book is talking about automated machinery that's used to build things like cars. Ka-chow! There was a light bulb here. How's anything now? What's that one called? It says Foundations of DNA and Genetic Engineering. I would be interested in that one game. Communication and Science, Computer Science, huh? That's a pretty generic title. To be honest, it's so vague I don't really know what it might be about. Okay. Let's check these ones. Paleontology. This one's about fossils, right? Ammonites are pretty nasty looking. Mother Nature. Is that some sort of book about hippie chicks? Probably not, except perhaps tangentially. It's most likely about environmental protection. I was just trying to make a joke. Dude, hippie chicks, really? This one says transition of extinct species. We need to hurry up or we're going to end up in the pages of a book like that. The Theory of Evolution. Heck, even I know this one. That's that Darwin guy, right? Well, yes and no. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of the Species. In it, he put forth his theory of evolution. I remember that part. He called it natural selection. Exactly. Okay, I'm going to assume there are no more bulbs. I assume I just go down. Hello. Hello. Dad kind? What the hell is this? Wasn't that a German mathematician? Fucking, I don't know. Maybe it's a compilation of his work. Owen. Owen isn't enough to go on. Perhaps it's about the English Revolutionary? Leibniz. I think I know that one. Did they talk about him in Steins Gate? This book is in German. It looks like it's the complete works of something. Never heard of it. Well, if Snake doesn't know what it is, I don't think we'll ever know. Sheldrake? Sheldrake. Isn't Sheldrake... Should I know this? Is this gonna be story? Is that actually important? Can I open this? You're adorable. Okay, there are 3 lights. Hey, didn't we find some kind of really powerful light bulbs earlier? Don't you pick up one of those, put those into lights? Yeah. Well, it'll get a lot brighter, but if there are 3 lights, that means 3 light bulbs. There won't be much point unless we can replace all 3. We need 3 light bulbs, huh? Yeah, but I don't know where the hell they are. Small enclosure with 9 sides. Shut up. There are 3 of these things that look kind of like music stands. Am I supposed to put something on those stands? I don't know, I just want to put the fucking light bulbs in. If I could just change out the light bulbs then, now what's the use of wishing I don't have any more light bulbs? Are you sure about that? Okay, so where are the last ones? Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Or Fermat's last theorem of a cubed plus b cubed equals c cubed. And we haven't found it yet! This is a famous one. Sounds like there are a number of math books in this section. Yeah, but fucking, let's break number theory. Yeah, but I don't care. I don't care. Listen, we'll have to find a light bulb. As iron plate bolted down. This one looks good. Modern Japanese literature, huh? Picture book. Looks like it's an old folktale. Don't you think it's a little weird that this book's the only picture book? Maybe you ought to hold on to it. What the fuck? Tales of Old Japan. It's got a magic wand on it. Okay. So what's inside? Well, aren't you gonna open it? Pretty sure it's gonna have pages inside, smart. What? What is this? When I opened it, these 4 letters popped out. SE5. Wait. It says Seldrake. Yeah, it's got the volume number running. Yeah. I'm looking for number 5. Jackass, I'm trying to pull this book out. SE5. Fuck. Why? Astronomy. Ugh. Okay, any others? Goldman's conjecture. I bet it's about jewelry. And it's a very respectable mathematician's book. It deals with one of the unsolved problems of additive number theory. Oh god, I know this. Sorry I said anything. Look, it's not get into this right now, okay? Yeah, but I know what it is. That's a weird book, Junpei. Indian mathematics. Haha, that's funny. Why is that funny, you racist girl? It says Riemann hypothesis. What is there to hypothesize about with a Riemann? Isn't it pretty straightforward? Heavens no, there are many factors. Length, girth, lubrication, or lack of. Game, what are you trying to say right now? It's an exciting and rapidly growing field about... This is all jokes that I'm just gonna push aside and you can instantly tell what they are. Whoa. Yeah, we're talking about, cock! Big, huge, floppy cock! Agriculture and historical organizations and folklore. Okay, that's not it. What's this? Origin of Japanese folklore. Looks like there are a bunch of books about Japanese culture here. Mostly about folklore, though. Well, folklore can cover a wide range of subjects. I just want to pull the book out and see something. History, urban life, religious trends, environmental changes, oral traditions. Folklore can cover all those things if you know where to look. This looks pretty deep. I want it. I want this book right here, and this book, and this book, and this book, because they all seem weird, and this one has a face on it. It looks like Facade from fucking, I don't want to say Link's Awakening. Oracle of Seasons. Onyx's Fortress. Might actually be a boss in Oracle of Ages as well, I'm not entirely sure, I don't remember. It's been a long time. Wait, what? But there's something suspicious about the shelf on the left. Yeah, but I can't get in it. It's got, like, this whole fucking thing. How do I get... Wait. 632415. 632415. Yeah, sure, let's go for it. In the middle of the glass door is a cylinder lock. You know, the kind of lock where you rotate the numbers and fucking get the right one in. What the hell is that? It's like they just gave up the answer. Guess I might as well give it a shot. Wait. Five one 4236. Yeah, shut up. Shut up! 514326. We'll go with it. 514326. 236. Fuck! Ugh! 514236. Five one four two three six. 514236. Okay, fine. I'll do it the other way. 632 415. Ah, excellent. Pop it off. You did it, Junpei! Yay! I don't know why, but I don't really feel particularly happy about being praised for that. Whatever. At least the lock's open now. Let's see if we can get it open, alright? Okay. Open. Look at the books. Also, the book seems to be pointing at the cylinder number lock. Doesn't... Oh. Cool. It's a light bulb, pretty high wattage too, unless I miss my guess. It should generate quite a bit of light. Yes, well, now it's time to do the thing where we blind ourselves. So all 3 lights are in here. I'm going to change these bulbs. Now they should blind us. Whoa. These light bulbs really make a difference. It's pretty bright in here. Okay. It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look kind of like music stands. Junpei, you think maybe you're supposed to put those pop-up books on the stands? Then you could open them up. Oh yeah. If we do that, then they make a shadow on the bottom there. True, but there are 3 stands, right? We don't have enough picture books. In other words, we need 3. Oh, fucking, how am I supposed to know that? Okay, go back upstairs. Just start searching. Buddhism, Rome, Permian creatures, Hellenism. I think it's something like the fusion of Greek and Oriental culture. You mean Helen of Troy type shit? It's another one of those kids' picture books. Okay, red cover, got it. It's a lot like the other one we found. History of the medieval period. Bop, bop. Oriental history. Greek mythology. Yeah, of course it's huge. 7. Fucking, you have Perseus and Odysseus and Oedipus and fucking, a lot of Us's. Turns out Hercules. Or Heracles, I guess, in the original. You have Aphrodite coming out of somebody's forehead. No, sorry. That was Athena. Athena's the one that came out of Zeus's forehead. He had a migraine. Aphrodite's backstory is somebody got their cock or some shit chopped off and it got thrown into the ocean and the sea foam became the lovely, lovely Aphrodite. I know a lot of Greek mythology. I know a lot about Greek mythology. Or I know a good amount. It's because I read a lot of that stuff back in the day, in middle school and high school. I also read some of the Norse stuff. Egyptian myth, though, I'm not that knowledgeable about. The lights are really bright here. Yeah, well, cool. If we put the picture books on top of these stands, maybe, but we still don't have enough picture books. Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna make me open them? Huh? Really? Yeah? This one has some Native Americans on the cover. Junpei, take a look at this one. Native Americans, huh? Wow! Oh my god! Wowie zowie! Oh god. It's a baseball. Come on, Junpei, let's see what's in it. I'm gonna pop it up and... Oh my god! Ah, it says the word head! It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are music stands. We put the picture books on the stands. Then... Shield Rake 5. I was right! Why couldn't I just do it? I can't speedrun this game, because the game doesn't let you speedrun. Also, it looks like it worked. Way to go, Junpei. Good job, buddy. Something protection on the bottom. These letters, they seem familiar. Really? Oh my god. Holy shit. It's the book I tried picking up fucking earlier. It says Shielddrake on the spine. It's got the volume number written. Thank you. You're gonna make me look at the shadow, aren't you?
Sheldrake 5?
I hate you. I'm not allowed to be a head. I'm only allowed to be a foot.
I think I saw the rest of this collection somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Let's go take a look.
I just tried doing that twice.
Okay.
Will you actually let me do it?
Sheldrake.
Is third time the charm?
Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean.
I don't
Lotus
think.
told me about him.
Wait, what? Did she?
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic...
Ah, I see now. It all makes sense. I do not know why I am doing the Orson Welles. Yes, the red wine from a great vineyard, and I love that video, just Orson Welles getting more and more shit-faced. I mean, remember when Orson Welles did War of the Worlds? Is that Orson Welles that did War of the Worlds? Orson Welles, Citizen Kane, Transformers the movie as Unicron. I was gonna say fucking the Elder God from Legacy of Kain, but that's Tony J. God rest his soul, Megabyte.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
I know, right? The elderly booby lady knew something.
Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
She did?
My sister? What?
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
That girl. I told her not to tell anyone.
It's almost like you got messed up back in the day.
You did? Why?
Well...
Because back in the day, we were tortured by people because they're all jerks and rude and angry, and they decided to kidnap us and do experiments to us, and it was all great.
Man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay?
Tell you what?
Don't give me that. About the experiment.
Hey! See, we're doing it! No more bullshit!
Ugh. Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything.
So once upon a time, my sister and I were just, minding our own business, and then Ace did some bad things.
But not here. Let's move to the top floor.
Why? What is so specific? Also, can we take the book and finish the puzzle before we have the conversation?
By telling you why I kept quiet, and why I made sure Clover did as well.
Okay.
To be honest, the explanation is quite simple.
Because it traumatized you?
Zero told me not to. I had little choice.
What?
He didn't walk up and tell me, of course.
What?
He gave me a message engraved on a card.
What?
That's a Braille card.
Yes. Congratulations, Junpei. Is that actual Braille? That looks like actual Braille.
It looks just like the one you showed us earlier. So you had 2 cards.
Or, since nobody else can do Braille, he may have just lied about what that card said.
No, only one.
He lied.
Huh? What do you mean?
Nobody else knows Braille. He could tell you it says dick butt. It could just be the Braille interpretation of the dick butt meme, and you'd all have to believe it because he's the only blind person.
I thought that card just had some rules for the nonary game on it.
Yes, it did.
It had multiple things.
And those were the rules I read you.
Oh, so it's a double card.
However,
It's multiple things.
they were not the only thing on the card.
See?
There was something I didn't read.
Oh, God.
Perhaps I should say there was something I couldn't read.
What does that mean?
And that was?
Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago.
Okay, but why?
Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator.
Why?
It's a threat on our lives.
Yeah, but why?
Oh. Well,
I'm trying to figure out the actual reasoning as to why this had to go the way it had to go.
Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
Probably not.
I don't believe she did.
Exactly.
But doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers?
I mean, yeah.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone.
Okay.
Still, apparently she told you. That girl.
And yet, her brains are splattered all over the place.
What's wrong with her telling me?
Well, I mean, considering that the idea was that nobody tell anybody, that I guess, you know, there's
I figured some stuff out with the things she told me.
yeah. Like Ace being a psychopath. And it turned out Santa's also a psychopath.
I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff.
Also, if she didn't tell us about morphogenic fields and Lotus didn't talk to us about it and everything, we wouldn't have activated our third eye to see into a completely different ending and timeline to get the code to your coffin.
She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back.
That's very true. I've decided I can trust you.
Snake, you also aren't aware of the other timeline where you were confirmed dead and she just kind of went a little...
I've decided to tell you the truth. The chance that Santa is 0 is very high.
Really? See, I'm still on my weird, crazy theory that it's June.
I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment.
Because Santa wouldn't... I feel like 0 wouldn't go out of their way to actively try to kill the people. It was more of a task to get stuff going.
And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
Why not?
Why?
Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words.
Okay, but you were part of the same experiment, so wouldn't you... Oh, wait, that's right, they were in 2 different facilities.
If he knew about that,
One was Abode and one
then
was
he
what,
wasn't my
Nevada?
group during the first experiment. I'm sure
If it was Nevada, it'd have to be Area 51.
he wouldn't kill us, no matter what the situation was.
Okay, so Santa's part of it. Lotus's kids were kidnapped for it. Clover and Snake are part of it. Ace was behind it. 7 was the cop that potentially stopped it. 9 worked for Ace, so he was behind it as well. That leaves me and June. What are our connections to the original game?
Hey, Snake?
Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment.
Well, yeah, that would help.
Yeah.
How much do you know?
You guys got tortured to all sorts of fun levels. Ace was, like I said, all the different people behind it. A boat. The United States. Psychic people.
Clover told me about...
I see.
He's like, oh, that girl knows how to not shut her mouth.
The morphogenetic field in the experiments 9 years prior. How the experiments had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada.
Yes.
And the girl that died during the experiment.
Okay, potentially died. If she didn't die, it's June.
She told you all that, did she?
If she's not dead, it's June. But the girl's not dead.
At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that remains for us to determine
is who did this and why, right?
yes.
Oh, so pretty much I got told everything.
Can you tell me what happened?
Okay, never mind. Cool. Exposition dump. Let's
The people
go.
who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
We wouldn't know this in this timeline because that's the timeline where Ace got burned alive. Got it.
There were 4 of them running the show.
Yep.
Gentaro Hongo,
Ace.
Nagisa Nijisaki,
That might be 9.
Teruaki Kubota,
No idea.
Kagachika Musashido.
Okay.
Hongo was the CEO
So 9.
of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Man, he's kind of, when he's younger by 9 years and has a hat on, even in the shadow, he's kind of hot.
Nijisaki was his right-hand man, and did the lion's share of the planning.
Okay, so probably the villain for the next game, because he's not in this game as far as I can tell.
Kubota led the company's research and development division.
9.
Musashido was their majority stockholder.
No idea.
It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment.
Okay.
Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together.
Okay, and Kotaro was the one who actually went and did it.
Kubota developed the technology
Kubota.
required, and Musashido provided the cash.
Okay.
So it's Hongo,
Ace.
Nijisaki, Kubota,
Random.
Musashido.
9. Random.
Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale. To
Okay.
that end, they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research.
Not that top secret if a fucking bumbling idiot cop like 7 could find out.
All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project.
Oh my god, and one of them died, so it's 9. Oh my god. Or, no, 14. 10 people in the...
They
Okay,
named it
I thought meant like
the
10
Notary
kids.
Project.
Okay.
The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will.
This is Stephen King's The Institute.
The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field.
Did they give you guys cigarettes and alcohol as well, like in the Institute? Did they waterboard you if you didn't do it? Did it turn out that this was actually a good thing and we absolutely should waterboard the kids for science and for saving the world? No joke! That is literally the plot of The Institute. I am spoiling the book Stephen King's The Institute. This is the spoiler. Potentially they did nothing wrong. You should absolutely hold the kids at gunpoint, give them alcohol and cigarettes, and torture them until they're brain dead. It saves the world. Potentially. Potentially!
Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize?
Are you seriously doing the fucking Ice 9 thing?
Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change?
Did these all happen 9 years ago? Did human beings do
Why
it?
did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation?
Because they had the memory from the previous generation by morphogenic field. Right, yes. Why did Jack Harkness become a fucking normal mortal person? Why everybody else became immortal for a good while? Half of that's morphogenic field, and half of that is because of a giant in the middle of the planet that actually is our planet. Yeah, that's a thing. Go watch Torchwood Miracle Day.
Experiments with humans produce the same results.
Yes. Yes.
The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before.
Okay, so we are doing third wave of conscious.
Why is that? How
You have
could
consciousness, you have subconsciousness, and you have the TNT TPS, whichever version of the village. Or no, sorry, not the village, the prisoner. Which I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm definitely not going to say it's great either. I had fun with it when I watched it. Plus, Ian McKellen does a really good job as number 2.
The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye. And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer.
Okay.
That's essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields.
Their wave of consciousness, the answer is just floating in the air because we as a collective have figured out the answer. So people who aren't part of the collective will instantly become part of the collective when they get asked the thing that has to do with the collective and the answer. Got it. Yeah.
But that's just a theory.
999 theory.
Can't bring yourself to believe it?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Let's say someone killed.
I'm sorry,
another
Matt Pat,
person
please don't
because
kill me.
The devil told them to do it.
I was about to make a reference to a thing that happened back in, I think, 2013. The thing got a documentary on HBO. But I'm not. Because that would be messed up. Good old Goraleotep is all I'm gonna say.
Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder.
I think that's spelled Gorr apostrophe Ralaehotep. But it might be apostrophe Raelahotep. Fuck it. I've already damned myself. The devil made you do it. What about if Slender Man tells you to do it? Then you kill your friend. Crazy schoolgirls. It's been long enough. We're allowed to make the joke.
They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
Wait, did she die or did she just go into critical care? I don't remember.
So what matters here is that
Critical
Honeywell
condition,
believes in the
whichever.
morphogenetic field.
That's right.
All that matters is that I'm going to hell for making a Slender Man murder
But I
reference.
still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? That is what you were saying.
Yes.
Yes.
So how are they going to do that with a morphogenetic field?
Well, if you have enough people in the consciousness, then you could have them do stuff like control another person who is outside the conscious. Again, Stephen King's The Institute.
I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem. The
Right.
chance of you knowing that answer, even if no one has told you, will go up.
Yes.
Let's have another example, shall we?
Okay.
Say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical mass handstanding.
Because the collective unconscious now has the urge to do a handstand. So if we all concentrate on one person dying, their head explodes or their heart blows up.
Mankind's thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event.
Yes.
All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you. Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Now, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen?
One person would be able to raise the field or influence the field by a large margin. Now, if you were to have a bunch of people that were like that, people who had extremely high influences on the field, then you could literally control all of mankind.
If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well.
And if you get a group of red individuals, well, then the entire mass collective becomes controllable.
Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do?
I mean, yeah. You call them telepathic, or telekinetic, or an esper, or a mind controller. You call them a number of different things. If you got a collective of them, then they become a hive mind.
Come on, there's no way.
Junpei, how did you open the coffin?
I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person.
Now we have two people doing it.
This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand. What
Right.
if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that and use it to make other people do handstands?
You're actively using an avatar to persuade the resonant field.
What would happen then?
Well, you could use a normal person and an esper to influence the field by having the normal person do things. Like, again, commit murder. The esper just becomes more of a conduit.
A person who has the power to write to the field, and someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver.
Yeah, and you would actively have gods at that point, because you could control all of humanity with a single thought.
What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these?
It's very scary.
So the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver. And then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish.
Yes.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. Close enough, at least.
Come on, that's just crazy.
Well, if you want to prove that, then you'll have to test it first. At least, that was how they thought.
How well did that? You had one group as the transmitters and one group as the receivers. Good God. Which person in Clover and Snake's family is the psychic?
That was why they decided to do their experiment. That was how the Nonary project began. By the way, Junpei,
Yeah?
have you ever heard of the Gansfeld experiment?
Oh my God. We're adding more, huh?
Yeah, that was an experiment in telepathy, right?
Oh, we've done this, huh?
Place a pair of subjects in separate rooms.
Oh, the cards! The
You
cards!
show one a picture and ask the other what they see.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm impressed. Yes, that is exactly correct.
So, why did you bring up the Gansfeld experiment?
It was used to screen subjects for the Nonary project.
We needed to get the base subjects before we could do the mass experiment. We needed to make sure tiny little experiments worked, and then we would play
The
God.
hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret.
Good Lord.
Some of them, he found, had potential. He began to gather children that showed promise. Children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field.
Again, we're doing... Stephen King, I love you, but you might get sued by Spike Chunsoft at some point, and I wouldn't blame them.
Of course, none of them volunteered. They were kidnapped.
Stephen King, Spike Chunsoft wants their money.
There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 18 children total. For reasons that were not fully understood at the time, each pair had one transmitter and one receiver.
It's literally the twins being psychic with one another logic that, like, every sci-fi thing that has twins in it does.
They were split perfectly.
Otherwise, they do the evil twin, good twin thing.
As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9. The children who were put into Group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting.
Let me guess, the other group was called A for questions and answers.
They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert.
Is the second book is the second game in Nevada? Is it Building Q?
The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A.
Questions and answers!
Group A was then placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic.
A big love!
From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following. There are 2 things that can increase one's resonance with the fields.
Drugs.
The first is epiphany. The other is danger. Have you ever been faced with an especially difficult problem and thought about it very long and very hard until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind?
Are you telling me that it's because we hit the resonant field where other people had also had epiphanies and answered the question? Oh, and then danger would be the fight or flight.
It may seem obvious to say so, but that is what is meant by epiphany.
Right, but it's just you hitting the resonant field and getting the answer from all the other people.
The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields, where it can be easily interpreted. Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access.
Fight or flight.
That's where Hongo came in.
He watched a lot of Action Man on Fox Kids.
They set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic.
You mean all the escape rooms that we've been doing?
The participants had to solve each one before they could move to the next room.
You would think that Ace would have noticed that this is all happening potentially because of him. Well, he's just been playing a very, very long game and not telling us anything.
Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger. He had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the nonary game as the ship sunk.
Oh, God.
By forcing the children into a life-or-death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields.
I mean, I guess we are in danger, or June's in danger, via Santa, and that allowed us to access the field. Yeah, this all is working out so far.
The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined to the mock experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Every detail was exactly the same.
So the kids from Q solved the puzzles as a group, and group resonance hit the field enough that Group A was able to solve them without thinking that much, I'm guessing.
Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you have the answers, transmit that information to the children in Group A.
Group Q was the epiphany, Group A was the danger.
If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape.
Okay, now here's the problem. How do you know Group A wouldn't just be able to solve the puzzles on their own? You're assuming that they're stupid.
But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink, and your brothers and sisters will drown.
Ace, what the fuck? I've been trying to not swear this entire time, but what the fuck?
Those were his orders. Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely?
Because ground control was able to solve some stuff.
It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule.
Yeah.
All of the equipment, the instruments, everything. All of it identical.
And so we were able to get Tom Hanks out from the death void.
Everything was just like the real Apollo 13.
Yes,
They
yes.
were able to replicate the situation the astronauts found themselves in.
Space is
By
scary.
putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to
We
solve the
understand
problems the
none of
astronauts
it.
were dealing with.
How does dark matter work? How does space work? There has to be stuff there. There is things. There are molecules and stuff out in space, but how does it work? Oh god, space is terrifying. We understand nothing.
Once they found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule.
Now just think, we had the Dark Ages. We lost a couple, centuries of science, of experimentation and hypotheses and just learning about the universe and the world. We just gave up for a bit. Good old Dark Ages, good old frickin' religion. Man, I believe in a deity, but I do not believe in religion. How long were the Dark Ages? I'm gonna look that up very, very quickly because this is gonna get really angry for me. The Dark Ages lasted for 900 years. We could be 900 years past the point where we are going to be potentially in the year 2932 or 2923 is where we should be if it weren't for the fact that religion just kind of took over and everything. Wait, I'm now being told that this was not a period of stalled advancement in science and culture? Are you sure about this? Who started the misunderstanding? What? Okay, maybe we're not far behind. The 14th century Italian poet Petrarch is the best known medieval source of the idea that the period in Europe from around 500 to 1500 was dark. That phrase was a specific Petrarch was complaining about the general quality of literature in his own specific time and place, Italy in the 1300s, which made him sound like a snob. A 1602 text by Caesar Baronius used Saliculum Obscurum, the Dark Age/century, to refer to the 10th and 11th centuries as lacking in surviving historical sources. Dark really just meant that he didn't know a lot about the time. Unfortunately, the term persisted and historians started using dark as a pejorative term to mean a period of superstition and stagnation in art, literature, and science. Dark Ages stuck, and so the misconception that this was a period full of unenlightened people wandering around in the dark. Today, we recognize the many advances of this period, including universities, mechanical clocks, and the printing press, and that there are many other ways to name and think about this Middle Age that aren't nearly as Eurocentric or as ideology-loaded. After all, the Middle Ages was always the illuminated ages. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm a crazy person. Maybe I don't know anything. Maybe I'm a liar and a scoundrel and a cheat.
That was how they were able to return safely. It was the same with the gigantic and building Q.
A big, big love.
The children from Group Q had to use the power of epiphany to solve the puzzles they found and transmit what they learned through the fields.
To Group A, which was in danger.
The children in Group A,
High voltage when we
they
touch.
had to access the fields
When we
to learn how
kiss.
they might advance
Danger,
to the next stage.
danger. High
That
voltage.
is the simplest explanation I can manage.
Hey, Junpei, Snake! How much longer are you two gonna sit around on those bony asses?
I have no idea, sir. It's been about 50 minutes.
Down here already!
I don't wanna.
He's right.
51, 50 feet. Wait. 52.
Let's go, shall we? We don't have
For
much
me,
time.
I don't know
We
what
need to get
future
out of here
Phoebe's
and
gonna edit
soon.
this down to.
Hold it. There's one more thing I want to ask you.
Okay.
Are you sure that there were 18 kids?
Oh, shit. What could this possibly be?
Why?
Well, I thought it was only 16.
Oh boy.
Yes. That was what they said on the news, wasn't it?
Well, 2 of them died.
Yes. I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment.
This means that 2 of them died.
After all, you couldn't exactly play a nonary game with any less, could you?
Yeah, no. Otherwise, it'd be the Octonarity game.
Well, yeah, but... Are you saying that the news got it wrong?
We're saying that the news might have withheld information that they did not know because children were dead.
Yes, I am. There were 2 more children.
Do you know who they are?
However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing.
Okay.
They were brother and sister, like Clover and I.
Okay.
The brother's name was Aoi.
Okay.
The sister's name was...
Come on. Yeah. June?
Her name was Akane.
Is it June?
That was the girl who died.
It's June. It's 100% June.
Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago?
It's June.
Then...
Oh, are we about to have a sleepaway camp moment?
No.
Is that the brother?
It's impossible.
Is this sleepaway camp now?
Can't be true.
It's gotta be.
Akane isn't that
Or June is June.
If Snake had known her last name, that's a different matter entirely. So they share a name. A lot of other people do too. It doesn't mean anything. It was someone else. Of course it was. It has to be.
No, it's June. Oh my god. No, so that means 0 is 100% June, but 0 could also 100% be June's brother.
Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange.
I mean, we just found out that our entire lives are a lie, but sure.
No, it's
great.
It's nothing. I'm fine.
What could possibly go wrong?
Let's get back down there, all right?
Yeah, no. I love this.
I couldn't do it.
Yes, you could.
Why didn't I ask?
Because you're an idiot.
What's her last name?
Because you're an idiot.
I just couldn't get the words to come out.
Junpei, just fucking come on. Sir, please. Just, you literally have all the time in the world. You could ask right now as I'm pulling this book out. Just ask right now. What is her name, Paul? Sheldrake, this is it. This is what the shadow picture was pointing to. Why didn't Clover and Snake pull it out? Or Clover and Seven pull it out? Well, I was talking to Snake the whole time. What have they been doing? Sitting on their fucking hands? But didn't it say 5 at the end of the shadow picture? I just clicked on number 5, you pain! I think we need to find the 5th volume. Would you look at that? The thing that I tried clicking on 30 to 40 minutes ago. A big red fucking button. I guess we should press the big red button. Why are there 2 doors? What was that sound? It sounded like something really big was moving. It came from the top floor. Alright, let's go check it out. Oh, God. All because they couldn't click the big red fucking button while I was downstairs, or while I was upstairs. They couldn't do anything, huh? 10, 3, 14, 10, 10, 3, or is that supposed to be 13? There was a gap. There was a notable gap. But then there's a gap between those two. No, because there's a gap between there and there. So it's 13, 14, 10, and 13, which would be... Give me a second. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, M, N, J, M? That does not seem right. I bet you've got to type something on that keyboard. Yeah, but you can only enter letters. And it looks like you only enter 4 letters. Oh my god, it is. It's M, N, J, M. Let's see how it works. I guess you need to hit enter once you type the letters, and you can erase what you typed with the control. I get the basic operations. Let's give it a shot. I'm just going to go with it. M, N, J, M. Okay. Damn it. I just don't get this. What the hell is the point of these Roman? What is Snake doing? It's Roman numerals. If you convert them to Arabic numerals, you'll have 13, 14, 10, 13. Yes. Again, let me just do this again. Oh my god. No, it's not 13th, 14th, 10th, and 13th. Shut up. Give me a minute. Dead. It's dead. It's hexadecimal. There was no time gap or anything. I just had to do that in my head. I had to remember that A was 10, and so 13 would be D, and 14 would be E, so it's D-E-A-D. It's dead. But this keyword only has letters, and we can only enter 4 letters. Then why don't you just convert the numbers to letters? Convert the numbers to letters. Yeah, it's D-E-A-D. It's D-E-A-D. Just let me do it. Yay! You did it, Junpei! It's unlocked now! Good job, Junpei. Whoa there, don't get too excited. The password was dead, remember? That makes me think whatever's waiting for us isn't good. So what? Fuck, you're such an old lady. Can't be worrying about stuff like that. I mean, come on. Got it unlocked, didn't we? Let's go, hurry up. Ugh. Yeah, which door? It's a thick metal door. There's a handle in the middle of it, though. Huh. Alright, let's get this thing open. Was this the right one? Am I about to die? Are we good? Why were there 2 doors? Why were there 2 doors?
Alright, this is the next.
Uh-oh. Did we just die?
Oh, the door!
Did we just die? Wait. Never mind. No.
Did that just close on its own?
Yes. Where are we? Okay. Okay. Good lord, we still have a lot.
Don't tell me we can't go back.
I don't know. Let's see.
I screwed up, didn't I?
It looks like it locks automatically.
Is there any other way out?
I don't know. Is there a snake?
Well,
Holy crap!
over on the right. There's a card reader next to it. It's got a red light on it, though, so I'm pretty sure it's locked, too.
But there is a card reader, right?
Yeah, we just have to find the card and all this crap.
Yeah.
Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave?
Yeah, potentially. Who knows? Maybe this is the next escape room? I don't know.
Yeah, that might work, but...
Hey! Wait a minute.
Don't we have a
Are
card?
you saying we're gonna have to search through this room for one little card?
Yes. Does what we're saying? Is somebody starting the shower?
Oh, man.
I think somebody's starting their shower finally. Ah, so this is the next escape room.
Looks that way.
Okay.
No way!
Yes way.
Real?
Yo, for real enough for play.
Well, we can sit down and wait.
Okay, you know I'm looking this up now. I'm looking up 999 library left door. Just because I'm curious. And I'll end the episode before then. Library is the ultimate item collecting style of room. Library Zero Escape Fandom Wiki Thingamababa. Let's go. Let's click it. Da ba da ba da ba da. I really just want this to determine. Door opens and the group runs in. I guess I'm ending here soon. Fuck. Okay. We can say wait to die if that's what you prefer. I'd rather doubt
So
that.
it would be wise to start looking.
Fuck, that scared the hell out of me.
time.
This is why I need a
Let's
door
find
that
that key
locks
card.
on my side.
Oh, and the Neptune key as well. We won't be able to get through the hallway without it.
Okay.
All right then.
Okay, yeah. Let's begin. Then I can save, then I can quit. Okay. It's time for me to get ready and go get Chinese food. So, you know the drill. Next time, let's play 909. We're going to continue. I'm going to double save because I'm going to double save and you can't stop me. I don't think I've rotated saves. No, I don't need to. Cool. Yeah. So, like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you saw. Patreon link is in the description below, and the Twitch and the Twitter and all that fun stuff. I'm the Let's Play Princess signing off. Peace and love to you all as always. I have to go now. Fuck.